Hey, welcome back to my free content video series. I am Johnson, and today we're going to talk about how to test for attraction. So, one of the most important parts of the game is learning to test for and recognize attraction. There are three major ways to test attraction. Also, before I even get into those, which you can see on the screen, I want to talk about the male sexual overperception bias. This is actually a real thing. It's a real psychological bias that men have that makes us believe that any time a woman is being nice to us or showing the slightest bit of interest, that she is interested in us sexually. It's a real thing. You can Google it. Male sexual overperception bias. So what that means is that all of those pickup teachers out there who teach you to assume attraction are dumb, because men assume women are attracted to them a lot of the time when they're not. Well, that is not a good strategy. But why is it important to test for attraction? Well, because women are much better at hiding their attraction than men. Sometimes girls will be into you and they'll be all over you, laughing at everything you say, touching you, into everything you have to say, and kind of making it very obvious that they are interested. Other times, a lot of the times, girls are more subtle and we're not 100% sure. I always break it down like this. Like, let's say you go and approach 10 women. Out of those 10 women, there's going to be 2 women that it's obvious they're into you. There's going to be 2 women where it's obvious they're into you, you haven't even really done anything, and it's just pretty much they like you for whatever reason. There's going to be 2 women that don't like you. 2 women that, for whatever reason, just aren't into what you have to say, and they're going to make that pretty obvious. They might walk away, they might give you one-word answers, they might back-turn you. They're going to be pretty obvious that they're not into you. The other 6 women are going to be somewhere between interested and not interested. And it's up to us to kind of figure out which ones are interested and which ones aren't. And that's where testing for attraction comes in, because otherwise we're just not going to know. You can just assume every girl is interested, and then you're going to escalate on girls who aren't interested in you and get blown out and ruin interactions that maybe if you had gone a little slower, and tested a little bit more, you could have made something happen. Or you can just not escalate and sit there and watch as the girl gets bored and wanders off, because you're not doing anything to move the interaction along. So instead, what we want to do is we want to devise a series of tests. And luckily for you, I have devised 3 foolproof tests that will let you know if a girl is interested in you 100% of the time. If a girl is not willing to do one of these 3 things, after 5 to 10 minutes of conversation, she is not into you. Write that down, tattoo it in your brain, whatever you need to do. So what are the 3 major ways to test attraction? Number 1, and really this should be number 1 through 3 because it's that important, is touching. The more you touch a woman, the more you're going to get a sense of how attracted to you she is. Women can lie with their words. They can tell you they're into you. Some will even tell you they're into you. I've had girls who would not meet up with me, tell me how into me they are and how they think about me all the time, but refuse to meet up. Right? That girl's not into me. Touching will let you know if a girl's into you or not. If I, hold on to a girl's handshake a little too long and she pulls her hand away, guess what? She's not into me. If I put my arm around the girl and she kind of moves like she's really uncomfortable, or she stays really far on the end of my arm, doesn't get close to me, she's not into me. If I, go for a kiss and the girl doesn't kiss me, she's not into me. It's a pretty simple open and shut case. Touching is the key. You are all not touching enough, and you're not using your touching to gauge whether or not the woman is interested. That is the number 1 way to find out if a girl is interested in you or not. If you're talking to a girl at a bar, during the day, wherever, and you think she's interested in you, touch her and see how she reacts. If she reacts well, she's totally comfortable with the touch, she moves into it, she doesn't get uncomfortable, there's no muscle tension, she doesn't say, "What are you doing?" You're doing well. If she does any of that, there's muscular tension, she's uncomfortable, she quickly moves away from you, she increases distance between you and her, she's not into it, and you are probably wasting your time. So that's the first test. But there are two more. The second test is qualification. If you ask her a question that requires her to prove herself to you, like, what's the coolest thing about you? Or what's something about you that most people don't know? Or, what do you do for fun when you're not wherever we are right now? And the girl doesn't qualify herself, she just gives a one-word answer, or she doesn't even answer the question, she just goes, what kind of question is that? She's not into you. If a girl is attracted to you, she will qualify herself. She will give you reasons to like her. If a girl is not into you, she'll disqualify herself. If you hit on a girl and she goes, oh no, I'm not, I'm crazy, or I'm fat, I'm out of shape, she's not into you. Would a girl say that if Brad Pitt was hitting on her? No, she wouldn't. So she's not into you. If a girl's not willing to qualify herself after 10, 15 minutes of conversation, she's not attracted. And the third one, and this one's kind of tricky, is movement. Will she move with you? If I say, hey, it's hot over here, let's go to the bar. Or I say, hey, come with me to the bar to grab a drink, keep me company. Or I say, let's go out here. Or, hey, I need to keep doing my shopping in the supermarket, walk with me. If a girl is into you, she'll walk with you, she'll move with you, even if it's a little bit. If a girl is not willing to move with you, she is not into you. It's as simple as that. You go, oh, hey, I'm going to go grab a drink at the bar, keep me company. And she goes, no, I'm going to stay here with my friends. She's not into you. That plain and simple. Now, the one exception to that is if she's with one other girl, she may not want to leave her one friend. In that case, when you're talking to two girls and there's just one of you, you have to kind of bring both of them. But if you're like, okay, well, hey, both of you come, and they're both like, no, we're good here, she's not into you. So that's pretty simple. It's not super complicated. It's not something that you need to be very advanced for. It's just 3 simple tests for attraction that will give you a clear answer.
Hey guys, Bobby Rio here, and I want to quickly tell you about a live online workshop that myself and John Sin do several times a week called 4 Simple Steps to Becoming a Sexual Closer and Get More Hot Girls into Bed and Avoid the Friend Zone for Good. In this live workshop, John breaks down his proven step-by-step method for making sure that when you go out on a date or when you meet a girl, you follow this little formula he has to get her into bed. Now, this is a live workshop that John and I do. We do it a couple times a week. So if you go to unlockherlegs.com/closer, you can see the next time we're going to be doing this workshop, and you can register for the event. Like I said, it's 100% free. It's actually live, and you're going to discover the 4 simple steps to becoming a sexual closer and get more hot girls into bed, avoid the friend zone for good, and learn John's proven step-by-step method. Go to unlockherlegs.com/closer and register your free spot right now.